up, look around, take as many photos as you like. If everybody will look around you, you will see islands around us. Those islands with trees on them, they are called hammocks. Inside those hammocks, there is dry land. The Everglades is not completely covered in water. Inside those hammocks, we do have animals like white-tailed deer, wild hogs, raccoons, possums, bobcats, panthers, rabbits. We have a few black bears to the west of us, and we do have a few wild turkeys to the west of us. The Everglades is the slowest moving river in the world. It is called the River of Grass. It moves from the north to the south at a rate of speed from 1 to 3 miles an hour every 36 to 48 hours. The water where we're sitting right now is completely fresh water. The water is also only about 12 to 14 inches deep here. You could get out of the boat anywhere right here, take off walking in any direction, and never get in water much above your knee. The Everglades is very shallow. About every 5 to 7 years, the Everglades will completely dry up. It will get so dry out here that it will be like a desert. You could leave from where we just left from with a pair of tennis shoes on and never get your feet wet. That happens in the late winter, early spring. This is also our local drinking water, so if anybody made coffee this morning, this is where it came from, folks. All the water that isn't used up continues to go south, dumping out into the Atlantic Ocean and the Gulf of Mexico. All this tall grass that you see all the way around us that goes on for miles, it is called tall grass. It is what covers over 90% of the Everglades. On each blade of that sawgrass, it has 3 edges. On those 3 edges, it has teeth, just like a saw blade does. You run your hand down it, and it will cut you like a razor blade. If you go up, it does absolutely nothing. We also have snakes here in the Everglades. We have about 6 different species of venomous snakes. We also have 37 different species of We also have about 6 species of snakes that are non-native. One of those non-native species of snakes that is a big problem now in the Everglades are the Burmese pythons. They did a study about a month and a half ago here in the Everglades. They estimate that we have over 175,000 of those Burmese pythons now in our Everglades. About 2 weeks ago, right in the parking lot where we just left from, we caught one of those snakes that was over 14 feet long, eating one of our local chickens one morning when we got to work. In the last year and a half, we have already caught about 15 or 16 of those snakes just off that little property that Gator Park is located on. A few friends of mine that work in these islands out here, taking the non-native species of plants out of them, they killed one of those snakes 2 months ago that was over 19 feet long, had a full-grown 110-pound deer inside of it. Guys, they get very big here in the Everglades. This is the perfect climate, the perfect habitat, and they have no predators here. Not even an alligator will eat one of those snakes, and an alligator eats almost anything he gets in front of him. A female python will have eggs 3 times a year, over 50 eggs each time. That's over 150 of those babies for each female snake in just 1 year. Those snakes, they are on an eradication program where you are supposed to eradicate everyone you see right where you see it. But as you can see, folks, there is way too many hiding places out here to find all those snakes, and we will have those snakes forever. Those snakes came from pet stores. People buy those snakes from a pet store when they are very small. Within the first 2 to 3 years, that snake felony in the state of Florida to release one of those snakes, but we can go right down to the pet store right now and buy 20 of them, so we'll have them forever. folks, does anybody have any questions? Anything you'd like to know?